Hi everyone, please take note of the following disclaimer. Please note that this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. It does not constitute financial advice. We are not registered financial advisors. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, your number one source for income-oriented investing where we don't ignore total returns. Time to go over the Harvest High Income Shares announcements for February. So unfortunately, MSTE, I'm sure that's why, or the number one reason why you're probably tuning in the first one you look at, MSTE has reduced from 20 cents to 15 cents. So this is absolutely not a surprise. I actually called it in a video recently. Basically, MSTs around the 350 range. Actually did a little bit worse than that, was even a little bit lower than that, but I would say it's near the 350 range. So if we do, 20, which is 2.4 annually divided by 3.5, that's about 68-70% yield. That's way too high, guys. That's way unsustainable. Even with 25% leverage, you're not going to make enough call premium. So I know MSTR is still volatile right now. You see the volatility is at 80%, but I trust Harvest that if they had to reduce it. And honestly, I definitely saw it coming. And as a reference, by the way, if you want to compare it to someone, the best equivalent in my opinion is MSII in the US because the strategy is similar. 25% leverage, calls on only half of the portfolio, so very, very similar. And you see the approximate distribution rate's about 60% on this one. And even this one, it's the latest distribution were higher a couple of weeks earlier. They were lower. So I expect MST to have approximate yield close to this one here. So with the reduction to 15 cents, if we do times 12 for the annual, that's 1.8. If we divide it by the current price of about 350, you're looking at about 51% yield, which is a little bit more in line with MSII and as it should be, because what we don't want is for them to overpay and then or write more covered calls, which means we capture less upside when it does rip up, right? So. But of course, it kind of sucks, right? You're getting less income every month. You're getting less distribution every month. But don't forget that these distributions, just a reminder in case you haven't watched that video, in case you haven't watched this video here where I talk about what covered call income and distributions actually are, this could be a good reminder for you if you're feeling a bit sad about the reductions. I highly recommend you watch this video, guys, where it explains it. But MST was not the only one. So Google did increase a little bit, but you have other ones also tied to Bitcoin, really no surprise, that have reduced as well, right? So you have Coinbase, obviously, the unleveraged version of strategy in Coinbase as well. But you also have Palantir, which reduced a tiny bit. Tesla reduced a tiny bit. The Tesla one kind of perplexed me. I'm not sure why they reduced it a tiny bit, because it's been doing okay for the past month. But, stuff like Coinbase, you see down 25% in 1 month. Palantir, 20% in 1 month. So most of them were not surprises. Tesla is kind of a surprise, but it was just a tiny decrease. But you have other stocks as well, especially under the software stocks that are kind of getting hit now. So Reddit reduced. Reddit took a beating in the last month. Robinhood, same thing, took a beating. SoFi, took a beating. So it makes sense. But of course, the stuff on the Canadian side, the gold, the materials, the oil is doing fairly well. So the CNQ, the Cameco, the gold one again, Anico Mile, Suncor increased a little bit. And good news, if you hold HHIC, increased from 16 cents to 18 cents. So this is the all-in-one Canadian one, went up 2 cents. And by the way, HHIS, I forgot to mention, that's probably the most popular one by far, of course. The good news is that they held on to 27 cents. So I was actually surprised. I thought maybe it would go back to 26 cents or 25 because of a lot of the ones inside HHIS have reduced. But like I talked about in a recent video, if we actually look at HHIS, they don't do as much rebalancing on this one. So what happens is that the stocks that are doing fairly well are higher, much higher percentages in the stocks that are not doing as well. So if there's reductions, for example, on like there has been right now on SoFi, Reddit, Robinhood, and Strategy, it doesn't have that much of an impact because they're a lower weighting in HHIS. So that's just my opinion. That's just a little side note. But I wouldn't have been surprised if HHIS would have reduced a little bit too, to 26 cents or something like that. But you're not going to expect massive increases or decreases with HHIS because it is the all-in-one, right? You're taking much less risk. That's the whole point. So another thing, which was unfortunate but expected, I also called, is that HBIX, the one that just invests in IBIT and writes the cover calls, reduced the distribution by 25% as well. So 24 cents to 18 cents. This was super expected because Bitcoin is basically down 50%. So the fact that they only reduced the 25%, I expected it, definitely. What I don't expect and what I found quite surprising is that the Global X one, BCCL, which also has a 25% leverage, which also writes the cover calls on IBIT, actually increased the distribution from 17.5 cents semi-monthly to 20.5. So now this one has a yield of approximately 42%, whereas the Harvest one, HBIX is at about 675 now. So if we do 0.18 times 12, it's $2.16 times, let's just say 675. It's at about 32% yield. So I think one comparison would be BTCI from Neos. I trust Neos to keep to have a good distribution rate. Just for comparison, you see that it's about 28%. So the Harvest one is more in line than the Global X one. I'm not sure how they were able to increase it, but hey, that's just how it is. Again, remember that the increases, the distribution amount is just part of the NAV being given out to you. What does that mean? Well, on ex-dividend day, that means this one's going to go down a little bit more. And during HBIX's ex-dividend date, it's going to go down 18 cents now instead of 24. So guys, it's not the most exciting news. Obviously, distribution reduction over the long term for total returns doesn't mean anything. But of course, it means less cash flow for you. HBTE did not reduce, which is cool. So I hindsight is 2020, but now I know for sure now that I don't really need just the HBIX anymore. This is just me personally. I'm just thinking out loud here. I would be okay just with the HBTE and the MSTE. But because, we'll see, maybe I'll swap it out, even taking a loss, but we'll have to see. I have to see what happens. So that is it in a nutshell, everyone. So the big news, pretty much MST is down. That's not really a surprise. HHIS remains, the all-in-one has remained stable at 27. The HHIC is up 2 cents. So congrats for those of you who have HHIC. The Canadian stuff, the gold stuff, the energy stuff is all doing well now. And this is a very typical, by the way, if you've been in the market for more than 5 years, like I have, you know that because the US market and the Canadian market have polar opposite sectors, they not only do they make a really nice complement, but usually when one is doing well, the other one is not, and then it could flip. So definitely there's a lot of value with the American, the technology stuff, and the stuff like the more salt of the earth, energy, utilities, financials, especially gold has done really, really well. That's why HDIV has been doing really, really well. And that's why HHIC has raised the distribution as well, because a lot of these ones here have increased due to the NAV appreciation. But it could flip at any time, right? And we know that Bitcoin is still very, very volatile. Yes, MST is still volatile, but I expect that continued volatility. So as long as MST stays near the 350 range, I don't think there'll be another reduction. But of course, if Bitcoin crashes to 50,000, there could be one, right? Again. So there you have it, everyone. That is the monthly update for the Harvest high income shares, and also an update on the regular ones, where the only thing impacted this month was HBIX. No surprise. Bitcoin's down 50%, so they have to reduce it. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Stay safe, stay passive, and stay safe, stay passive, stay honorable. See you next time.